Create and use spreadsheets. Section 3. Formulas. Sometimes you may create a worksheet that needs to add all the row of figures at the end, like a budget or a tax return sheet. You could always add up all the figures using a calculator and type in the result. But with a spreadsheet there is no need for this, as it is capable of doing the calculations if you give it the right information and also remembering the addition, subtraction or multiplication you need to do. For example, if you want to keep a record of the amount of rainfall you are getting on your roof and you create a spreadsheet to record this, you may want the total for the year shown at the end of the column. You can add in a formula so this is worked out every time you add some information. And if there is more rain in the month, or you retype the information over the original data, Excel will automatically work out the new answer. Magic. Another useful area for using this is in budget calculations. Imagine that Excel is open and you're looking at the entertainment section of a budget for household expenses. Cell C6 in the worksheet is empty because the amount spent for CDs in February hasn't been entered yet. In this presentation you'll learn how to use Excel to do basic maths by typing simple formulas into cells. The two CDs purchased in February cost $12.95 and $16.95. The total of these two values is the CD expense for the month. You can add these values in Excel by typing a simple formula into cell C6. Excel formulas always begin with an equals sign. Here's the formula typed into cell C6 to add 12.95 and 16.95. Equal 12.95 plus 16.95. The plus sign is a math operator that tells Excel to add the values. If you wonder later on how you got this result, the formula will be visible in the formula bar near the top of the worksheet whenever you click in cell C6 again. To do more than add, use other maths operators as you type formulas into worksheet cells. Use a minus sign to subtract, an asterisk to multiply, and a forward slash to divide. Remember to always start each formula with an equals sign. To add up the total of expenses for January, you don't have to type all those values again. Instead, you can use a pre-written formula, called a function. You can get the January total in cell B7 by clicking Sum in the editing group on the Home tab. This enters the SUM function, which adds up all the values in a range of cells. To save time, use this function whenever you have more than a few values to add up, so that you don't have to type the formula. Now let us see how it's done. On the Home tab, click the Sum button in the editing group. A color marquee or border surrounds the cells in the formula, and the formula appears in cell B7. Press Enter to display the result in cell B7. Click in cell B7 to display the formula in the formula bar. Formulas and functions start with an equals sign. The equals sign is followed by the formula or function name, in this case sum. The information in the parentheses is called the argument. The argument for the sum function is the range of cells that you want to add up. In this case, cells B3 to B6. You will notice that the argument contains a cell reference, not the actual value. By using a cell reference instead of the values in those cells, Excel can automatically update results if values change later on. Sometimes it's easier and quicker to copy formulas than to create new ones. You'll see that we've left the Feb total cell blank. In this example, you'll see how to copy the formula you used to get the Jan total and use it to add up the Feb total. Now let's see how it's done. First you select cell B7, which contains the January formula. Then, position the mouse pointer over the lower right corner of the cell until the black cross appears. Next, drag the fill handle. When the fill handle is released, the February total 98.75 appears in cell C7. The formula equal sum C3, C6 is visible in the formula bar near the top of the worksheet whenever you click in cell C7. Cell references identify individual cells in a worksheet. They tell Excel where to look for values to use in a formula. Excel uses a reference style called A1, which refers to columns with letters and to rows with numbers. The letters and numbers are called row and column headings. The table shows how to refer to cells by using the column letter followed by the row number. Excel can automatically update totals to include changed values. Suppose it turned out that the 13.90 value in cell C4 for video rentals in February was incorrect. A rental of 3.95 was left out. To add 3.95 to 13.90, you would click in cell C4, type this formula into the cell, and then press Enter, equal 13.90 plus 3.95. Now let's see how it's done. To add 3.95 to 13.90, you would click in cell C4. Type this formula into the cell, and then press Enter. When the value in cell C4 changes, Excel automatically updates the February total in cell C7 from 98.75 to 102.70. Excel can do this because the original formula in cell C7 contains cell references. This is the end of the presentation on formulas.